Okay, welcome to Liberty High School Gym, where we have a crosstown rivalry match between the Liberty Lions and the Jackson Memorial Jaguars. We had some technical difficulties to start. We are right now on the 215-pound match between Jake Klein of Liberty, who is leading the match 4-3, against Nick Endor from Memorial. I'm Glenn Pazenko along with Tom Petko here, bringing you this match.
Welcome, guys. It's great to be here, and we're looking forward to a good bit of wrestling here.
Okay, so right now we have they're in the neutral position. Jake got a couple takedowns in the first period. He was on top and let Nick go to start the period, so they're wrestling on their feet. Again, it's a 4-3 match at this particular point. The team scores 6-0 on the strength of a forfeit to Jackson Memorial at 190.
It was nice to start the match here in the upper weights at 190 and not at 106.
We'll get to those 106-pounders pretty quick, though.
Yep.
And what does happen is they do a random draw at the beginning of the match to see what weight they start at. This particular match started at 190, so we got 190, which was that forfeit. 215 is going right now. We have the heavyweight next, and then we'll come back to the little guys at 106.
Nice angle pick there.
Some good wrestling coming up here. Just to fill you in, the Liberty Lions are coached by Mr. Devin Bashaha in his second year, along with Brandon Koshev and Connor Boehringer. The Memorial Jaguars are coached by Doug Wistanley, and he is assisted by Mike Mason and Joe Schmidt. Currently, the Jaguars are sit at 7-2, and the Lions are at 3-2 for their team records. Okay, so we're going into the third period now. Jake Klein is down in the bottom position. Again, he is winning 4-3 at the time. 2 minutes left in this third period.
It's certainly a nice place to be here, down on the bottom position, up 4-3. So looking to get an escape, not get turned here. And
Jake is giving up some weight to Nick here. He is normally a 190 pounder, but for team strength in this particular match, he did go up. So he's giving up a few pounds, but the bigger guys usually are able to handle that weight differential a little bit better than they are down at the lower weights.
Yeah, absolutely. This 215-pound class is a new one for me coming from Pennsylvania, but it's been around in New Jersey quite a bit. It fills that gap so you don't have the heavyweights wrestling the real lightweights and the lightweights wrestling the real heavy guys.
Yes, it's been around quite some time now, but yeah, I remember Pennsylvania did not
we did not have it for a while.
The National Federation.
Tie match. Just tied it up here with 59 seconds left.
Yeah, just under a minute to go. And so Jake does get the escape, but now a takedown can win the match, depending upon where we are.
Circling that edge of that mat, looking for a point here.
Okay,
30 seconds left. Certainly time to go.
So there haven't been any stall warnings yet, so it's really incumbent upon.
Nice shot there. 10 seconds. Right now, just time to play defense here. Oh, looks for the throw.
And there is
gets his two. Nice.
Two-point takedown, which will secure the win for Jake Klein at 8-5.
Nice match. Very good match.
So that brings the team score to 6-3, and now we're at the heavyweight bout, which I heard that you used to be a heavyweight. Is that true, Mr. Petko?
I actually did have a little bit of heavyweight action in my life here at Rutgers. So I spent my whole life being a heavyweight. So I'm near and dear to these big guys.
Yeah, so this match is between Ryan Fisher from Memorial against Luis Valente from the Lions, from the Liberty Lions. Ryan comes in with a 10-1 record, and Luis is at 7-5. And although we did not have this particular match on the camera, Mike Roush did receive the forfeit at 190 for the Jags. Okay.
These guys seem to be the
So I think they're kind of sizing each other up right now. A lot of times you don't want to take a quick shot, especially when there's all that weight that if you're a little bit off, that weight can be a little bit punishing. So
there's a lot of weight being moved around here with these heavyweights, and like you said, you don't want to make a wrong move or all that weight comes crashing down on top of you.
And as you said before, it's kind of interesting starting at the upper weights because you'll see real quick with the next match how the dynamics of the wrestling match changes with the different size of the wrestlers.
Yeah, absolutely. It's they say heavyweights can be boring.
Well, we do have about 45 seconds left in the period, and we still have yet to see our first points. But that is somewhat typical with heavyweight matches.
Yeah, absolutely. I imagine a ref will probably hit both of them for stalling here in a second or so get them to move a little bit.
I mean, they're both fighting to try and get inside control, but again, it's a lot of weight that they're trying to move there.
Yep, 20 seconds left.
And if this does end in a scoreless tie at the end of the first period, this coin, well, actually, I'm not sure who has the choice. We'll see when we start this second period because that choice does become instrumental if this match does end up in. So it is Green's choice. Green happens to be the Liberty Lions, so he did defer to Fisher. So Fisher's taking bottom. It's usually easy to score from the bottom at a heavyweight, and pretty much most of the weight. So here we go. And he really didn't waste any time getting out.
1 point escape here. So now we're back on our feet for somebody to get a shot here and take somebody down.
Again, with the heavyweights, instead of doing a lot of those low leg attacks, you'll see them trying to work inside, getting upper body position, trying to. A lot of times they work the head to try and snap their opponent down to the mat and then try and spin behind or trying to get angles so that they can get behind.
Yeah, you're certainly not wanting to get right underneath them there. So a little bit of action there, moving them to the side, take a quick shot there.
And I do want to give a shout out to Dr. Furlong of Jackson Orthodontist, who was generous in his support of the wrestling program here. And it's a great match. I mean, we got quite a few people in the stands. I mean, it's a nice rivalry match. Wrestlers from all over town, from both the middle schools, Getz and McCall have come out to watch, as well as the younger wrestlers that are wrestling in the Jersey Shore League. That I know that they've got a home match tomorrow that they're going to be looking to set up the match once this match is concluded.
It's certainly nice to see such a close town rivalry with Memorial and Liberty and getting everybody out, especially for football and wrestling and basketball and all the sports. It's nice to see that rivalry.
I mean, in terms of the rivalry, the Jaguars have had the upper hand. They've won all the matches that have competed so far in this rivalry. But
there's always a first time, right, Coach?
That is certainly true. So we got winding down time on this second period here.
Looks like we're going to go into the third period 1-0.
And it will be Luis Valente's choice here.
Luis is going to choose neutral.
I guess he might not be confident getting off bottom, but so there is a reason for that particular choice. But he is going to have to get a takedown if he's hoping to win this match. And just to make sure we all know, takedown is worth 2 points, and escape is 1 point. So that's how we got to this point.
And no
right now,
no stall calls yet. So,
but Ryan Fisher will have the advantage of knowing that he is ahead, and for him to lose this match, he would have to be taken down or make some type of mistake where a penalty point or a stalling call. But he's doing a pretty good job of forcing the action. Both of them actually are, so that's why we have not had any stalling calls as of yet. Sometimes the refs are a little more lenient with the upper weights with regards to the stall calls.
Yeah, there's certainly refs that like to throw stall calls out there left and right with the heavyweights because they get bored. But right now we seem to be, everybody's doing the same amount of work, let's put it that way.
Yeah, and there have been times when a ref will do a double stall call.
Yeah, absolutely.
Although sometimes they change the rules on that as to whether or not you can still do it. And I can't say that I am currently up on that, whether or not they can do a double stall warning. But at 40 seconds left,
gonna see
really Luis Valente really needs to kind of pick up the pace to try and
yeah, you should
work
see a flurry of
for
action here in the last 40 seconds. Down 1-0, choosing neutral, you would expect to get moving here real quick to look for something. Possibly trying to set up a throw or a headlock here. "15 seconds left in the match here. We got to get some action moving here.
Ryan's doing a good job keeping that inside control, and
yeah,
at this point, Luis really's got to.
With no stall calls, yeah, it's really.
And that's how we're going to end. 1-0 score there. So that's three more team points for the Jaguars to bring the total to 9-3.
Yeah, especially when you talk about those team points, 3 points adds up when you get down into the weights.
And this may be the marquee matchup of the night. We have Jason Seda from Jackson Memorial Jaguars, who's currently at 15-0 against Tony Urso from Liberty, who's 8-0 at the time. They did wrestle last year. It was a close match that Tony Urso did win. And interestingly enough, these two were on the same middle school team at McAuliffe a couple years ago, where they wrestled in consecutive weights.
Oh, nice ankle pick there.
But Jason did move to the other side of town, and they're rivals now.
Not rivals.
As opposed to teammates.
From teammates to rivals.
But they have a lot of respect for each other. They have been workout partners in the past.
Both seem to have similar styles. They're looking for that low shot. And on the front headlock there, trying to get around.
Jason's doing a nice job of continuing to face him. Tony tried to do a throw by, and Jason did a nice job staying square. A little more action here than there was last match.
Certainly flurries here.
I mean, still same result, no score, a minute left in the period. However, there were a few more opportunities to score. It's kind of tough at the edge to score here, and they're going to still be on their feet.
Going to start them back in on the center.
Looks like that clock's still running.
I think that's just on the TV there.
Oh, that's
Coach
interesting. Yeah, we have a monitor here that has the time, which is not quite synced with the school clock, but that's okay. So we got just over 20 seconds left in the first period. A lot of action. Both had some opportunities to score, but also good defense on the part of the other wrestler.
10 seconds left in the first period. Looks like we'll be scoreless here.
I don't know. They can score quick at this weight. But it looks like you're right. They're going to end up going into second period 0-0.
And I believe it to be Liberty's choice.
Well, no, Liberty had deferred last time, so it's Memorial's choice. Jason's taken bottom right off the bat. And there is a lot of, now he's deferring. So Tony takes bottom. Jason lines up on the opposite side.
This is where you'll see these lightweights very tough on top and you get to see some a little bit of legs being thrown in a little bit here, a little bit different than the heavyweights, what we've seen before.
Yeah,
there he's got that leg in there, looking to make that tilder to turn, trying to get him to his back to score some points. Got to get his hips up there.
Yeah, and it's getting a little high with those hips, but still staying in nice and tight. You want to stay, when you got those hips, and now we're looking,
like you said, this is where that flurry is, where it's just constant action with these light weights. Looks like he pops his head out here, we might have 2 points.
But here we go, and it looks like he's close here. And the thing is with those legs, it's a tough ride, but he
got the 2.
He does get the reversal with just under a minute to go to bring the match score to 2-0. Tony Urso over Jay Seda. And now Tony's trying to work that leg in.
Yeah, he's got it in pretty deep there.
He's got good hip pressure, and he's looking to try and get.
Oh, looks like we might get back points here.
Close to getting back points.
1.
He did get it.
There we go. We got 2 there. Oh, he's got that.
So I don't know if the ref is holding 3 or.
I can't see either, Coach. I think he might have 2.
He has at least 2. He does have a 3-point count. So that puts the score at 5-0. Still got legs in pretty tight there, but Jason did a nice job of getting off his back there. So 5 seconds left to go in the period. That'll bring the score to 5-0 as we move into the 3rd period.
Now comes a tough choice because he has the choice whether he's going to go down or go neutral.
Yeah, so it looks like his Coach Dewey is asking him to take
go neutral.
He actually was first trying to get him to take top, and I think Jason was more comfortable with going neutral.
Yeah.
That's because Tony did do a nice job riding there, and I think it's once you just got turned like that, it's tough to go back on bottom there. So now we're going to see what's.
He certainly was able to turn him pretty quickly in that 2nd period, so it certainly made a good choice to go neutral.
And Jason was pretty close on a couple ankle picks in that 1st period, but he's really got to pick up the pace. And sometimes when you pick up the pace, you make more mistakes, but sometimes you get a little more open with your moves, because you know that you're not going to be as quite as tentative. So we'll see what happens. Looks like he's doing a nice job blocking off. It looks like he might get the takedown here.
Might have that cradle locked up.
And that is a 2-point takedown there, so it's 5-2. With 1:10 left.
Still now you got to move a little faster, being down 3 points here.
And he is going to have to turn him. Not enough time to get the multiple takedowns he needs. And it looks like Tony's blocked that leg off. He's in that same position. Ooh.
Got a caution.
So we got a little potentially, or I guess we got blood.
Somebody's
looks
bleeding.
Like Jason might be bleeding here. And with regards to blood time, the way that works is you get 5 minutes to clean it up. It doesn't count against injury time, and you get as many blood times as you need until that 5 minutes is exhausted. So I actually looked at that particular point. It was a situation where it looked like there might have been some points coming. So right now at this particular point in the match, Tony's up by 3, and he's on bottom, so he wants to make sure he doesn't get turned, and that's exactly what Jay needs to do.
Yeah, it's
Okay, now this is the situation where I believe we're in that 2nd period where Tony does get the reversal. Doesn't get it quite here, but does do a little flurry to get out. Okay, now we're back to live action. Tony's still on bottom. Jay's on top, down by 3.
So now he's going to choose the lineup on the left side, or right side here, or left side, I'm sorry. But he's certainly looking to throw those legs in. Tony's got that leg out. I think he's going to get 1.
He does have that neutral.
They gave him neutral, so now we're in the neutral position again.
30 seconds left.
Like I said, if you're Tony, you're okay giving up 2 here, but you can't give up any back points.
I think he's got that leg underneath, but now did give up that takedown.
So it's 4-6. He's still just, he's got that arm bar in.
He's got 5 seconds. Time does.
Like I said, the clock on the TV is a little bit off the clock here in the gymnasium, but what a match. Whether the score is 6-4, it certainly was one.
And these two wrestlers certainly respect each other.
Yeah.
I mean, that looked like a match between 2 unbeatens.
Yeah, absolutely.
And a lot of credit to Jay not giving up. Wrestled till the end. Who knows? Another 10 seconds. He had that armbar in pretty deep.
Yeah, he certainly had some ankle picks that he missed and some points that were capitalized on.
Team scored a 9-6, and now we're at the 113-pound bout where we have Luis Espinoza, who comes in with a 12-4 record, against Dustin Serbak, who's a freshman. Okay, so here we go to start the match. Lewis is a sophomore who also was at McAuliffe and moved over to the other side of town. He actually wrestled for the Liberty Lions last year, and his brother is scheduled to wrestle the next match.
Almost had him there. A little bit of a flurry to his back.
There's 2 points. 2 points for Lewis. So he takes an early 2-0 lead. Minute left here in the first period. 2-0.
Lewis has got that arm bar in a little bit on that.
Yes. Looks like we got
blood time.
We got some blood time for Jackson Memorial again. So that's Luis Espinoza. So they'll get that cleaned up, and then we'll get back to work here.
Here's that flurry where you see him almost go to his back a little bit here. So you're saying, Coach, that Liberty has never beaten Memorial in the whole rivalry since this school's opened in 2006?
That is correct. I mean, during that time, Jackson's had some state championship teams as well. I mean, and Liberty was getting his footing. Well, Liberty's had some good teams as well, but right now the balance of that scale has still been tipped over to the Memorial side.
During this little blood break, go grab yourself a grilled cheese or a Chick-fil-A sandwich, maybe a drink, beverage. It's a wonderful match going on.
Okay, and this is the 113-pound weight class. Again, we started at 190 with a forfeit that Jackson Memorial, Mike Roush received, and then at 215, a close match between Jake Klein of Liberty, where he defeated Nick Afandor. I believe the score was 8-5. At heavyweight, it was a 1-0 waist tilt he's looking to do here. Now he's
the double arm bar in there.
He does have them both locked up.
It's unusual to get both on.
He's got that hammer lock, but there was no change in the points if we didn't still have that video at home. So again, Peter Abline's down. The score is 2-2. Just over a minute left in the second period.
Pete, like you said, it's very methodical. He's looking for
He's looking to get that hand control and then work up from there.
Yeah, the other wrestler to make a mistake, kind of setting himself up. Sometimes you'll see right off the whistle an immediate try to stand up or do a switch or get a reversal. He's just waiting for that mistake. Right now he's got the leg in, looking for that reversal.
He does have that cradle
right
locked
here.
up, but Jonathan still has that leg.
Yep.
I think if If P can get that head in the side, he can get the reversal, and he did just that.
He got the two.
He's got that cradle locked up. I don't know if he has the ability to turn him here. He might look to get a new start. But now he actually has the ability.
And it looks like we're going to go back to the center.
Put that head in the hip, maybe fix that cradle up, but it's tough to do that on the edge, especially when the wrestler knows to get out. So it is 4-2 right now, 30 seconds left in the period. Peter Abline's in the lead. And points at the end of periods are really big because they're hard to get back. Like Peter did get a takedown, a reversal at the end of the first period. And
you're going to have a two reversal here.
There's a two reversal here.
Ties
tie
it up.
Back up.
Yep.
So again, those points at the end of the period, see if P can get either escape or reversal back, or if Jonathan can get some more points.
Ooh. Wow, very close to counting back there.
Very close points both ways. So a lot of action with not as many points as you might expect from that much action. But 4-4 going into the third period. Jonathan's choice, he takes down.
It's certainly tough when you're on top here with a tie match. Ooh. Quick 2 points with the back.
That's two reversal and back points. And he's got that pretty tight there. And that is the fall there. So
finally the pin.
Impressive win by Jonathan Espinoza, which again adds another 6 points to Memorial's score to bring the
21-6.
21-6. Okay, that brings us to the 126-pound bout, which is going to feature Lucas Lapari from Jackson Memorial against Jordan Ayash from the Liberty Lions. Jordan is a sophomore and Lucas is a junior.
He's got
Lucas
him down.
So
we had 2 points there for Memorial.
Gets that takedown there. Lucas wants to go right into the Army after high school, so he's another year and a half. He's going to be out there defending our country. Amazing. We're on the path to do so.
Amazing young man looking to make that decision so young in life. He's got that cradle locked up right now.
Yes, he does.
Unfortunately, with the end of the mat, we're going to get a fresh start back in the center.
So he's putting a lot of pressure on in the 40 seconds that we've had so far in this match.
Yeah, like you said, when you get to these middleweights, a lot more action than you see at the upper weights. He's got that arm across. He's coming out front, looking to turn him quick.
He's trying to turn around, get him to his back, which is that bundle move, which
looks like he's got that cradle locked up right now. Going to come to the side here.
And he does have
put that.
He's trying to push his hips away so he get that back exposure. Right now, that inside shoulder's still off the mat, but if he can get the hips away, which he did.
Yeah, it's very hard to get a pin in that, but he finally got his hips out far enough to get both shoulder blades to the mat, like you said, Coach.
So that brings the team score to 27-6 for the Jags, and that will bring us to the 132-pound bout, which is going to be Andrew Sanamo for Memorial against Ryan Kinsman for the Lions. So we both try knee picks.
Sitting on that nice single leg.
And Andrew's doing a nice job staying in good position.
It's very hard you got to finish. You know, both of these kids were in on shots, and you got to be able to finish them and take them to the mat. So,
yeah.
Nice low single there.
Let's see if he can fix that up. He's able to build his base nice, but he's got to keep moving there.
Switches off to a double.
And he does take him down for the 2 points.
Got the half in.
He's got that half in. Looking for that wrist. He's got that half in deep, but he's got to break down those hips or drive him across his hips if he's going to get him to his back. So it's 2-0 for Kinsman over Sanamo.
He's got that leg in on the left side.
This is our 132-pound weight class. This is the middle bout in the overall match. So that escape there brings the score to 2-1.
About 40 seconds left in the match. Stalling green. That's like we said, they got to keep up that action. In a close match, those stalling calls can come back to bite you with the points being delivered for the second stall call.
Yes, it can. And
in on a nice single there. On the edge of the mat, turns it over, brings him back down. Nice.
Yeah, and he's doing a nice job when he gets in on his shots. So he seems very comfortable.
He's looking to lock that leg up.
Got 5 seconds left in the period. It's important to try and finish on top. Every period you really want to try and finish on top so that you aren't losing points that you can't regain with a late score by your opponent. Okay, it's Andrew's choice. He defers. Ryan's going to take down. So it's 4-1 as we move into that second period.
Having been a coach here in Jackson for so many years, Glenn, it's been nice that you probably see a lot of these kids come up through the midget ranks or the rec programs and the shore leagues. It's got to be nice for you to see some of these kids get to the high school level.
It is, and Ryan was a Jersey Shore wrestler. Andrew was not, but the Jersey Shore Wrestling League and the Jackson Wrestling Program, we're gonna have in a few matches we're gonna have Cale Huxford wrestling, and his dad was instrumental in the tremendous success of the Jackson wrestling team, the Jersey Shore team, which won 117 consecutive matches back a few years ago. So quite a bit of history and tradition in Jackson as wrestling goes. That they've been the number one team in the state, I should say, and obviously those you don't know, the head coach of Rutgers was the former head coach at Jackson High School.
Scott Goodall.
Scott Goodall, correct. And Doug Stanley was a state champ for Jackson. 4 of the 5 coaches here were Jackson Memorial wrestlers.
It's nice to
Brandon
see.
Koshef is the one who was a Liberty wrestler here. He was here when the program first got off the ground, and like I said, there's a lot of tradition, and it's always good to see the wrestlers come back, former wrestlers come back to
coach and put back what they've taken out of the program.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Okay, so this is the back points are being earned here.
Did he count back points there?
He did. He's holding 3 back.
He's holding 3 back points, so
that's
that would
gonna
tie it up.
Tie it up. So Andrew's doing a nice job with those legs. He's got good pressure there. He's going to look to try and get some more points. Ryan needs to get a better base there. Get those hips down. You don't want to really be elongated because that's really plays into the hands of a guy who's got those legs in.
It's very hard when you look at when the wrestler on top throws those legs. They're almost like kryptonite to Superman sometimes. They can disable an opponent's ability to get out and do anything with just having those legs in. Like you said, we saw Ryan attacking on his feet, but when he gets those legs put in, really just shuts it right down.
And he's actually he's See, and that's one thing about legs. Sometimes you can be real close to scoring and real close to
getting pinned.
Right. And right now
you see it.
Because Andrews he's on his back right now. If that went a little bit longer, it's possible that there could have been a defensive pin there. So we're going into the third period, all tied up at 4.
He's going to choose down.
Looks like Andrews going to take bottom. So Ryan's going to try and turn him.
I wouldn't be surprised to see Ryan cut him here with the way he was acting on his feet in the first period, being able to take him right down.
Pretty good there, and
right now
he's close to getting back points himself. So.
Again, the legs on top.
So this is where it's kind of dicey as both wrestler as a coach, but it looks like he's
almost has a cradle in, but no, and he's got the. He's got that bottom leg.
His hips are low, so he's working to get those hips up. It seems like he's doing that. Andrews got that leg there, and he does have the reversal. Okay, so Andrews up 6-4 with minute 15 to go.
And again, this is where it comes down, like you said, those cheap points. You can't give them up, so he certainly has to make a move here quick.
Maybe Andrews doing a nice job riding those legs. Ryan doesn't want to let him get those in because he was not able to get out the last period. So,
but like you said, legs, you either live and die by them, and you get too high, you end up with a quick change here. But again, I think we're going to start counting back here.
Looks like he's got some flexibility in those shoulders there. But
makes me cringe just watching how far they go out.
Okay,
stalemate.
That stalemate probably is a little bit of a blessing for Ryan because he gets a new start.
Get a fresh start, get both wrestlers back. Stalemate's called when there's no movement in the wrestling or no change in the wrestling. He's got to get one here.
Okay.
Fresh start again.
And there's a stall call on Sinamo, but 20 seconds left. I mean, if Ryan can get to his feet, potentially get another stall call and then get an escape, that could tie the match up. But he still has to keep coming out.
About 13 seconds, 10 seconds left right now. Looking for that throw.
And that was a little bit of a desperation move there. And 4 seconds left. And tough match. And Andrew Sinamo's going to
one of the better matches of the evening, yeah.
But a little bit of intensity there.
Yep. Certainly good to leave the passion on the mat.
So I believe they
did take a team point.
So that brings the score 30-6. I don't know if they gave, yes, well.
It looks like they did take a team point for that intensity.
Okay, this particular bout is between George Abid and Peter LaBianca. Yeah, they did take a team point, so instead of 30-6, it's now 30-5. Because that was after the match occurred. There was a shove in the back, which doesn't translate into the bout score. It translates into the match score.
He's in pretty deep there on that single leg. Looking
at deep. But Pete's doing a good job fighting that, but there's the 2 points.
There's the 2 points. Right to his feet. That's always nice to see. Right after the takedown, right back up, looking to get out.
So Peter was wrestled Jersey Shore for quite some time, as well as his brother Matt.
Oh, there he is.
A lot of scrambling going on here. We'll see who comes out on top.
Pete's got to get to the back there, get behind him, get his leg out of there.
Crossface to get that leg free, but now nice scramble here. Nice scramble.
It's always fun to see these middleweights with the scramble. So 1-1 was awarded.
And there's going to be the 2 points.
There's the 2 points again.
That brings the score to 4-1 for George.
He's got those legs in we were talking about before. Trying to get that half in.
He's got that power half there, pretty deep, but
again, you're right, Coach. The ability of the flexibility of the shoulders on these younger athletes.
That's going to be the end of the first period with a 4-1 score.
So I think we're choosing, Memorial chooses bottom. Looking to throw those legs in, but not quite. Brings it back down.
Matt return there. He's coming out the back. There's a reversal.
We have 2 reversal.
He's got that, look for that spiral breakdown, doing a nice job staying under the arms. Trying to getting the opportunity to put those legs in, not forcing them. But now that he's got it in, then he can start putting some hip pressure.
Trying to get him over that 90-degree angle so we can start counting back here with the ref. I think we're going to start right here.
And that's tough there. Yeah, he got it. I mean, he was patient there.
Yep.
Pete kind of turned into him, and especially with leg guys, he was able to put that pressure on.
He just waited for the right time. Very patient wrestler. Methodical.
And the Jaguars are doing a nice job, 36-5 at this particular point. Here comes Pete's brother, Matt. And he's going against Cale Huxford, who mentioned before his dad did a great job with the rec program, building it to a Jersey Shore power. Cale's a sophomore year. He's in on that shot. Come out the back. Nice technique there. Still hasn't got the points yet. Needs to get him back to the mat. Matt's doing a nice job fighting this. Cale comes in with a 12-1 record, and there's the 2 points for the takedown.
He's a little high there, but he's got that cradle
nice
locked
cradle
up.
There.
This is where it's really tough to get that pin on that cradle. You got to get your bottom knee in the side there and kick it out. Like I said, great job fighting.
But he is going to get those 3 points. Now he's got that wrist in the back, and he's going to look for a tilt here. He's got that claw with that hammer lock.
Just got to be very cautious with being on the edge. We might look to get a restart here from the ref. Oh.
Yeah, sometimes you get a little risky on the edge to try and keep him in. But yeah, a lot of times you have real good positions, so you want to make sure that you're scoring. Right now it looks like
you can actually take a little bit more of a risk on the edge because you have that ability to just get out.
That is true. And he actually did get him to his back.
And I know some of the rules have changed with being in and out of bounds. Now they're letting wrestling continue on the edge.
Nice match by Cale.
Secures the score, or secures the pin.
Showed a lot of good technique out there. So proves to 13-1. And now that scores 42-5 as we move into the 150-pound bout. So this is Max Bandelt for the Lions. He'll be wrestling against Chris Wolf for the Jaguars.
He's in on a nice shot here. Can he score on the edge right now, like we were talking about? That edge is that place where you got to be able to score and stay in bounds.
And there's the 2 points, for Max.
Yeah, it was a good flurry, good 30 seconds of flurry, and ended up with 2 for Matt.
And Max looking for the tilt, wasn't able to get it. Chris is able to get out, so we're back to our feet. Scores 2-1.
Yeah, Max seems to be working the side of the mat pretty well here.
A lot of times if you want to, especially in neutral, you just get back to the center so that you can use your whole repertoire of moves and not worry about getting out the edge. Some wrestlers are pretty good at doing that.
He seems to be very, very adept at working the edge of the mat. He's got to pop his head to get 2. But again, like you said, it's still neutral. Nice double leg.
He's got a lot of nice shots, but Chris is doing a good job defending.
Oh! Wow, what an amazing change
big flurry there. And nice win, nice adjustment. Chris Wolf gets the pin. That brings us to the 157-pound bout. We got Billy Kovacs from the Jaguars going against Michael Kuderek for the Lions. Oh, I'm sorry. I think I might. No, this is John Calamia, I believe, for Jackson. I mean, for the Jags.
Nice takedown. Again, no points awarded. Right now, it's no points. He's got to step over the legs for them to reward the 2 points. Stalemate again. No change. Starting back on the feet. A nice single leg. Again, Coach, you've been quick to point out a lot of times these kids have been working so hard to take shots but haven't been able to finish.
Yes. And
all this action and we haven't seen 2 points. And now we finally got 2 points.
So Michael Kuderek is up 2-0 on John Calamia. John Calamia
we got a
gets
one
that
escape here. Ooh.
So we got 20 seconds left in this period with the 2-1 lead for Michael Kuderek over John Calamia.
Yeah, short time here. I think our clock is off a little bit on the screen here.
Yeah, that is the end of the period. So Calamia defers. Kuderek's going to take neutral.
It's a good choice. He's been very aggressive on his feet, been in quite a few shots.
Nice shot there, but the momentum of the shot took him off the mat. Both feeling each other out, looking for that inside control, trying to, it was tough to shoot through that arm. Just not pushing the pace quite as much as they were, but he's like,
you know, we still are early in the season with conditioning right now, right? You see a couple kids here start to get a little gassed out as they move through the 6 minutes of wrestling.
and wrestling and conditioning is a big part of wrestling. And the problem is, I mean, time of the year where being healthy is real important too. I mean, get a little bit of head cold or whatever the case may be, and that wind plays a big part. You'll see how wrestlers don't necessarily wrestle the same way in the third period as they do in the first period.
Absolutely. That conditioning counts, right? Especially in a tight match like we have here. And he's got him on his back here.
Yes, he does. John Cal, nice job. And there's the fall. So that pushes the score to 54-5. A dominating performance right here by the Jaguars. This brings us to the this 165-pound match where we got Luke Hammond versus Jared Martin. Or not, excuse me, Kareem Fayed. I'm sorry about that. Looked at the wrong spot on the lineup.
Looks like he comes in with a 4-4 record here, Kareem.
Yeah, Luke's 10-3. Luke. Luke's from another line of big wrestling family at Memorial, the Hammonds. Older brother Brian wrestled at North Carolina State. So Luke is a junior, as I said, with a 10-3 record. Kareem's also a junior. They both wrestled in the Jersey Shore program.
Nice snap down here into the front headlock.
Luke's doing a nice job keeping his body nice and tight.
You say that about the team score, but it certainly hasn't been a lopsided match. There's been some good matches that have gone Memorial's way, but
and even a couple matches where Liberty, the Lions were winning.
Yeah,
within
absolutely.
The match, and then Jaguars, you have to give them credit. They came back in those matches and got pins.
And got a pin.
It's not only, I mean, right now there's the two wins that the Lions have were both decisions.
Yep, absolutely. That's why, certainly not a lopsided score to say the least. It certainly has, both teams have wrestled well today.
Okay.
Kareem's got one. And again, that's where you talk about those points you got to be able to make up, right? 1 second, like 10 seconds with giving up that 1 point there.
And the Liberty's choice, they will defer. Luke Hammond is going to take bottom. This is the 165-pound weight class. We have one more match after this. So Luke's doing a nice job trying to peel those hands.
He's got the one.
And he does get that escape. He's doing a good job moving that head, setting up his shots.
He's going from that front headlock right into that shot. He's certainly working his setups. From the front headlock, right now he'll let him up and look to take a shot. Working the underhooks here as well. Both teams have done pretty well working the edge of the mat, I will say.
Yeah, there's a lot more space on the edge of the mats these days, where back a few years ago, if there was one,
you were out, right?
1 foot out on either guy, then you're out. Now, and you can even pin guys out of bounds now, where their shoulders are out of bounds. Before, if there's one shoulder that was on the line or out of bounds, you wouldn't be able to pin the man. And that's because wrestling, you want to give as much of a surface area as you can to keep that matches going.
Oh, in on a nice single leg there. A lot of shots, no points.
We got 5 seconds left in the period. Luke's doing a nice job controlling the tie-up.
We're going to the third period, 3-1.
And it's going to be Kareem Fayed's choice here. He's taking bottom. So down by 2.
Good position to be at, you know, having that choice to be able to choose down, being down. It certainly gives you a chance to score some points here.
Okay, Kareem tried to jump the whistle there, so that's going to be a caution. It's not until the third time that it costs you a point. Luke does a nice job getting that leg in.
He's got that leg in tight, nice and deep.
Figure 4 in that, so he's got secure.
Just looking at.
He's doing a nice job controlling those hips. Get a stalemate out of that. A lot of times the ref calls stalemate on that first one.
It's very difficult when he's got that leg in to get to your base. We're going to secure that arm bar here real quick.
He's got real good hip pressure there. I mean, Kareem,
yeah, he's really deep on that leg.
And he's got good position to keep those hips down. He's got to try and get a little more of an angle so he can get, you know, either work a power half or he's looking at the Jacobs to try and get a back points. But I think he's also kind of comfortable there because he knows he's up by 2 points.
It's certainly a good place to be in, a nice position where you're not at risk.
And he's not really getting threatened too much by Kareem right at this point because he's doing such a nice job controlling the hips.
Yeah, he's got those hips coming over. Now he's dragging them across. "15 seconds. That's where you really just got to make sure you don't give up any points and pull out with the win.
Stay where you're at.
Like you said, very good match. Could have went either way.
Okay, so that match is won by Luke Hammond 3-1. Brings the score to 57-5. That is the last match of the evening. It's Tommaso Cirillo against Jared Martin.
Jared's a sophomore or a junior this year, I believe.
Yes, Jared's a junior. Tommaso's a junior as well. They've both been wrestling for a few years. Jared's trying to control that head and try and he's looking for that cement job. Both trying to work the heads.
Both looking for inside position here to be able to take a shot.
Got 35 seconds left in the period, or 30 seconds, I should say. They're both still feeling each other out.
Yeah, no stall calls yet. Both are doing the same amount of work. It's both are just looking for that right shot. Oh, there we go. In there pretty deep.
Okay.
No
little bit of
points.
action there at the end, still no points. Once again, we want to thank Dr. Furlong at Jackson Orthodontist for his generosity for the wrestling program. Jared's on top here.
Looking back to grab that head and end this match quickly with a pin, but
it's usually not too successful at this level. That's something that you'll see
more at the
less
levels.
Experienced wrestlers get away with it. But I mean,
locking up that cradle here.
I don't know if he has that lock, but
Jared might have that cradle locked.
But he really's got to get hip to hip, get around, and he's reaching for that head again. And there's an escape for Tommaso, brings the score to 1-0. And we're going to be back up on our feet where neither wrestler was able to secure a takedown in the first period.
And again on that same shot.
He's got to try and build up, and Jared's got to try and get heavy on that head so he can get behind. But looks like And there's a takedown for Jared. Looks like might get some back points here. But he does break that cradle.
Again, working the edge of the mat.
So we'll have a 2-1 lead for Jared Martin of Liberty going into the third period. I believe it is Jared's choice. He's looking to take the bottom position. So Tommaso's going to look to see if he can turn him. And Jared's going to try and
throw legs.
At least not go to his back. But now we've seen the Jaguar wrestles very, very successful with the riding legs here. So again, we talked about this before. You can put yourself in a bad situation
very quickly.
And it looks like a little scramble going on here. Jared does get behind for a reversal, bring the score to 4-1. With just over a minute to go. It does have a cradle there, although
looks like he
did get a 2 count. Though it's a little bit awkward cradle there. Sometimes cradles, you can put yourself in a bad position if you try to take them over when you don't really have that cradle secured the way you should. But he does get the 2 back points, bring the score to 6-1.
6-1 with 35 seconds left.
I mean, the scores, I mean, obviously very one-sided. There were a few matches that during the course of the match it looked like it could go either way, but then the Jaguars came through with big pins.
Yeah, like I said, the score is not indicative of the match. It was certainly a great match to be here for and a great rivalry to watch.
So that Jared Mart's going to win that final bout, 6-1, to bring the final team score to 57-8. The Jaguars improve to 8-2, while the Liberty Lions fall to 3-3. Still a lot of wrestling to go throughout the course of the year. I mean, I'm sure both these teams are going to improve. And at this point, they're going across the mat to congratulate one another on their performance. So that's going to end our broadcast here. I'm Glenn Pazenko along with Tom Petko here at Jackson Liberty High School. We thank you for watching this match between the Jackson Memorial Jaguars and the Liberty Lions. Once again, the final score is 57-8 with the Jaguars on top. Thank you and have a great evening.
Have a good weekend.